Hi, Aaron here, Ultraliminal Consulting, Leadership Development. Today, I want to talk about weaknesses. You as a leader have two responsibilities: managing your resources and specifically developing your people. Somewhere in there, you're going to have holes in your game, and that's okay. Everybody does. Some people are really good at the managing resources side and need help on the development of others, and other people are really good at specific development of people but need help on the resource side. You know what you need most. If you're not sure, think about the times when you're at work or when you're working with your staff and you have a gut pang of pain because you're like, ooh, I'm not sure I can deliver on how to describe this, execute this, or give proper tasking and instruction. If you're hitting spots in your day that are like that, that's your trigger point. That's what tells you that's an area for you to work on. Then you just need to write down what that is and then figure out what resources you have available to you that you can go find to get better instruction. YouTube has tons of fantastic videos, and then if it's more on the technical side, say more with data management or just information and math, then Khan Academy or Code Academy is more for programming, but works in the same way, works on the logical train of thought, are really great resources for that. Second, you need to look at your staff. Your staff is going to have strengths and weaknesses. And for your staff, what you're really looking for is how do you shore up those spots in them that need better work. And it's not being insulting. It's more of a, hey, you have some deficiencies here. Let's build a game plan to strengthen those areas because they're important to you in your development as a leader. So you'll kind of do the same thing. You'll find out where they have some deficiencies at. You probably generally see it more frequently than they would because you're seeing their work on a daily basis. And you start building little game plans and little lessons in to start strengthening those spots. As before, there are different resources online that are really good, but also too, just simple experience and exposing them in other avenues or other indirect avenues to similar things helps a lot. In my case, when I was a lot younger, I was in high school. As a freshman, I was horrible at public speaking. Would look at my feet, stammer all day long, and you just couldn't do it. In fact, we had an English teacher who his thing was to every week have you give up and give a short 2-minute presentation. And so for the first month and a half of school, I literally got up there once a week and just stared at my feet, stammered, and then walked off. It was horrendous. Well, I was in junior ROTC, and in junior ROTC, you learn how to march. It's called close order drill. And there was a Tuesday where I went in and I stammered all day during the class for English. And then from there, later that week, I went to junior ROTC and we did close order drill. And in doing close order drill, you have to stand in front of your flight. So it was Air Force junior ROTC. Stood in front of our flight, and you're the one who gives them the instructions on which way to face and how to march and all that jazz. So I got asked to come up and march the flight. Came up and did it with no problem. Didn't have any issues. In fact, it was a 35-person flight, which is about 10 more people than in a standard classroom at that time. Didn't have any problems. Got up, gave all the commands, moved the flight where it needed to go. Good to go, fall back into your element. Roger. Easy enough. And then it dawned on me that talking or giving commands to a flight and talking to a class are the exact same thing, roughly speaking. And I lost my fear of public speaking. So I went straight from there. The following Tuesday, we had our class, and I got up to speak, and I got up and talked for 2 minutes, no problem, on whatever topic it was on some book that he had us read or look at. And I didn't have any issues there forward. So since then, no problem with public speaking at all. So look for those opportunities that you can engage in that are, we'll call it parallel or tangent to what you're doing to expand those opportunities for you to strengthen those weaknesses, and particularly your staff's weaknesses, because they're there to help you and back you up. Till next time.